So I had to make this video because something happened to me today that really shocked me to the core. I woke up this morning. It was a pretty nice day. I was in a good mood. But then I opened up my computer and I saw this. The Odyssey slays with 124 million plus US opening. A cinema score. Best live action haul of 2026. And I thought to myself, how is that possible? Because I've been following this movie on the internet for months now. And everybody knew it was going to be a historic disaster. And this isn't just me talking. Everybody knew this. I mean, this isn't just a couple of videos we're talking about here. This is dozens upon dozens of videos. This was an established fact. If you haven't been following this, maybe you don't know, but this movie is ridiculously woke. It's got a trans man in it for 5 minutes, and then there's another 5 minutes where there's a black chick in it. That's 10 minutes out of a 3-hour movie. That's not some small thing, and nobody should be surprised by this. I've been following Christopher Nolan's career on the internet for years now, and he's awful. He's not just woke, he's also racist, and he's a fascist. But when I really knew this movie was going to be a disaster was when I started reading about how inaccurate it is, both to the poem and to the history. The themes are all wrong. It's got the wrong armor. It's got the wrong boats. The characters in the movie don't even know how to use their bows. And of course Nolan was going to screw this up. His last movie had a surefire, can't-miss premise for a box office smash. A 3.5-hour historical biopic about theoretical physicists and congressional hearings. And still, that thing barely made $900 million. I don't know where you're from, but I'm an American. I was born here, I was raised here, lived my entire life here. So believe me when I tell you, there's two things that Americans know better than anyone in the world. NFL football and classical Greek poetry. You think you're going to get away with an adaptation of the canonical epic poem of the Western canon with Greek soldiers in hoplite armor? You got another thing coming, buddy. People aren't going to stand for it. So I was just planning to sit back this weekend, grab some popcorn and watch this thing go down in flames. But then I see this. I don't know if you've ever had one of these experiences where everything you've ever believed is called into question, but I mean, I'll be honest, I kind of melted down a little bit. It's just, if the internet could be this wrong about this, what else has it been wrong about? I started getting a little crazy. I was questioning everything. I was like, I don't know, maybe Sydney Sweeney isn't a white supremacist. But then I was like, of course she is. Like, I don't know if you saw that ad, but the whole concept was Sydney Sweeney has good genes, which was obviously talking about her being white. I mean, think about it. Can you think of any other attribute of Sydney Sweeney that people would find appealing? Like literally anything. Anything at all. Of course not. So then I kind of snapped back to my senses. I was like, I'm not going to be gaslighted. I'm going to go to a trusted source of information to find out what's going on. So I went to YouTube, and sure enough, I did find out what was going on. And it was even worse than I thought.
Odyssey is a pretentious movie made by a pretentious man who thinks that he is God's gift to filmmaking. This movie was nowhere near good enough to earn all of the praise that was heaped on it. Critics, I think, just fawned over Christopher Nolan. They want to be seen as cultured. They want to participate in the Hollywood circle jerk. They will give Nolan praise and accolades and awards so that they can turn around and they can put it in our face and say, no, it's an award-winning movie. You're ignorant and you're wrong.
That's right. All these people who say that they like this movie, they're lying. And why are they lying? Had to go on Twitter to find out. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey is the Trojan horse. Let me explain. Trojan horse is a deception, meant to be invited in as an innocent gift and a piece of art, yet it contains the elements used to destroy its receiver. The Odyssey is portrayed as simply an adaptation of an ancient epic poem, yet it contains subversive elements that can lead to further destruction within film and society. The acceptance of this film is what will lead to further adaptations that empower directors, writers, and studios into subversive retellings and propaganda-filled revisionist histories that work to upend foundational aspects of Western culture. That's right. This isn't just a piece of entertainment. This is about the very foundations of Western culture that are being knocked out underneath our feet. So I went to go see this thing, because if my culture is going to be destroyed, I want to at least see the culprit. And it's despicable, because Nolan knows exactly what he's doing. He knows what kind of woke Trojan horse he's trying to roll over our borders. And so he tries to cover his tracks by making the entire theme of the movie about how Greek civilization was plunged into centuries of darkness because its citizens failed to uphold traditional values. As if I'm going to fall for that. As if I don't know exactly what you're doing. As if we don't all know exactly what you're doing. So I don't know. Normally at the end of these I'd say I'll see you next time, but given where we're at, I'm not even sure I know what the point is. So I don't know. Maybe I'll see you. Maybe I won't. But thanks for watching.